The Black Dahlia murder season finale. With the help of his informant, Jack finally managed to piece together the puzzle and solve the Black Dahlia murder case. He was able to identify the real killer, who turned out to be a man named David, a former medical student with a twisted obsession with anatomy. David had been fascinated by the human body and had been performing illegal dissections in secret. The young woman who became known as the Black Dahlia was one of his victims. He had lured her to the abandoned warehouse, where he had murdered and mutilated her, using her body as a subject for his twisted experiments. Jack was able to track David down to a secluded cabin in the woods, where he was holding another young woman captive. Jack led a team of officers to the cabin and, after a tense standoff, was able to take David into custody. The discovery of David's cache of illegal dissections was a key to solving the case. It provided concrete evidence linking him to the Black Dahlia murder, as well as several other missing persons cases in the area. David's trial. The prosecution presented overwhelming evidence of his guilt. The testimony of his surviving victim, as well as the physical evidence found in his cabin, was more than enough to convict him. David was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. He was never able to offer a motive for his crimes, and he died in prison several years later, taking the secrets of the Black Dahlia murder to his grave. The Black Dahlia murder case was finally closed, bringing a measure of closure to the families of the victims and to the city of Los Angeles as a whole. Jack was hailed as a hero for his tireless work on the case, and his reputation as one of the city's top detectives was solidified. But despite his success, Jack was haunted by the events of the case for the rest of his life. He never forgot the image of the young woman's mutilated body, with a sense of loss and the anger he felt at her senseless death. He dedicated himself to his work, determined to bring justice to the victims of crime and to make the streets of Los Angeles a little bit safer. He never forgot the lessons he learned from the Black Dahlia murder, and he carried them with him every day. As Jack grew older and eventually retired from the police force, he often thought back on the case. He knew that the Black Dahlia murder would always be remembered as one of the city's most infamous crimes, but he also knew that it was a testament to the perseverance and dedication of those who worked to solve it. In his heart, Jack felt a sense of pride and satisfaction knowing that, through his hard work and determination, he was able to bring the real killer to justice. He knew that the memory of the Black Dahlia would always be a painful one, but he also knew that it was a reminder of the good that can come from even the darkest of circumstances. And so, Jack lived out the rest of his days, proud of the work he had done and the legacy he had left behind. He died at the age of 88, surrounded by his family, but his spirit lives on in the hearts and minds of those who remember the Black Dahlia murder case and the detective who helped solve it.